For this hip internal rotation homework, we're going to do some pails and rails from a bear sit position. So if you have a yoga block, you can use that to help elevate you up a little bit so that this position is a little more comfortable. You're going to sit back right against a couch or a wall, and this is going to be the bear sit right here. Okay? We're going to work one leg at a time for hip internal rotation. And like I said, we're going to be doing the pails and rails. Okay? So once you find that comfortable position here, one leg at a time, we're going to actively turn it in. That's going to be internal rotation. The more I kick my foot out, the deeper I'm going to go into that stretch. So find a sweet spot here. You can do whatever you'd like with this resting leg right now. Go ahead, actively, internally rotate. Where that stops, I'm going to have you place your hand there and rest into that position. Maintain a tall chest. We're going to take some deep breaths for about a minute or so to just allow that tissue to open up, and we'll apply the pails and rails. Go ahead, take some deep breaths. You should feel minor line of tension right on the outside of the hip. That'll be where your stretch is. While you're breathing here, I'm going to describe the pails and rails. For the first contraction, the pails, we're going to slowly build it up to our max safest effort. I'm going to start counting from 1 and get to 5. 5 is your strongest. 1 is minimum. For the pails, you're going to be pushing the outside of your knee into your hand. All right? For the rails, we'll ease off just a pinch and then go immediately into the rails. You'll try to drive your knee towards the ground to go deeper into internal hip rotation. The entire time we're doing this, you're trying your very best not to compensate from your pelvis, from your spine, by dipping forward, by rolling, anything like that. All right, so purely hip in here. Let's take a few more deep breaths before we start. We're doing 2 reps of this per leg. On your next deep breath in, pack that air down, get tight in your belly and stay tight. Like I said, keep that chest up. Pails effort, give me bare minimum effort, pushing that knee into the hand. 1. Let's go to 2, a little harder. 3, 4 to 5 is your greatest, safest effort. Hold it, use your whole body here. Maintain it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ease off just a pin, stay tight, and go rails. Trying to go deeper into internal rotation. Imagine you're trying to touch the floor with the inside of your knee. Feel that a little more intense in your hip. Keep holding that contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you rest, you're going to come down to meet your leg, block that new position, and then rest in it. Deep breaths again, 3 to 4 seconds in, 6 to 8 seconds out. Deep breaths. One more breath, and then we're going to go for one more rep of the pails and rails. All right, let's get ready here. Next breath in. Pack that air down. Keep that abdominal pressure the entire time. Let's pails drive into your hand. 1, bare minimum effort. 2, a little more. 3, a little more. 4 to 5 is your greatest, safest effort. Maintain it. Don't let off. Stay strong. Stay really, really strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rails, drive in the opposite direction now, and hold. Keep holding. Keep holding. 10 seconds. Stay tight in your midsection. Stay tall. 4, 3, 2, slowly rest. Melt back into it. Take just about 2 deep breaths before we come out of it. right, slowly come out of that stretch. It's going to be just a little tender, so just shake it off. All right, let's make our way for the other leg. Same thing, pails and rails. Again, the further I take my foot out, the deeper I'm going to go into the stretch, the harder it's going to feel. Finding that sweet spot right there, actively rotating in. Make sure you're not feeling any pinching in the hips or any pain. Once you find your active range of motion right here, we're going to block it with our hand and then rest into it, holding this position. Go ahead, start taking those deep breaths. Just allow that tissue to open up before we begin 2 reps of pails and rails on this leg also. Once again, the pails is going to be pushing back into your hand. Rails is going to be pulling away from your hand. Okay? Keep breathing. All right, let's get started. First rep here coming up. Take a deep breath in. Hack it down. Stay tight in your midsection. Pails effort 1, bare minimum. Just feeling it here, 2 to 3. 4 to 5 is your greatest, safest effort. Hold it here. Don't let off. Match the rest of your body to it. Stay in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Just the pinch and rails pulling away from your hand. Use that hip. Hold it in the hip. Keep that effort. Keep that high effort here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand down to meet that new position and rest in it. Go back to those deep, long breaths. We have 1 more rep. On your next deep breath in, let's get our second rep in. Strong midsection, super strong here. Pails effort 1, 2, keep pushing into your hand. 3, more of your leg is involved. 4 to 5, it's all working now. Don't let off. This is the greatest, safest effort that we have. Keyword is safest. Stay in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let off just the pinch and rails. Pull away. If you can find a little more space, keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rest back in. Few deep breaths before we come out of this stretch. All right, slowly come out of that. You can shake that off. We're going to come over to the modified 90-90 position. So we're going to use our hands on the ground. Do whatever you'd like with this front leg. You can keep it bent like this, or you can keep it open, whatever feels comfortable. For the back leg, this is what we're going to be working on. I'm going to show you what 1 rep looks like, and then we're going to do 5 of them. You're going to come over and bring your leg up just like I am, foot on the floor. The rep is going to be focusing on this negative aspect of the exercise, which is the eccentric phase, targeting that hip internal rotation that we just worked on. So what we're going to do is pack up that belly here. I'm going to lift this leg up off the floor. So I'm going to use that deep hip stuff. And then I'm going to slowly send my foot back to spiral my thigh bone into internal rotation slowly till I touch my knee to the ground, and then I'll rest. Reset, bring the foot up, and repeat. Like I said, we're focusing on that lowering phase. So let's do 5 reps together here. Let's focus on going slow and controlled. If we can go for 5 seconds on the way down, that's beautiful. All right, let's get ready here. Breath in. Get a tight belly going here. Lift up and slowly rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap the floor, rest back down. That's rep 1. Let's go to rep 2. Reset, irradiate, and lift. Rotate 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee touches first. That's 2. Reset. Rep 3 coming up. Lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 3. Reset. Lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Last rep coming up. Reset. Lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Do the same exact thing on the other leg. Swap over. Modified 90-90. Bring your foot to the ground. Deep breath in. Tight abs the entire time. Let's lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap the floor and rest. Reset. Lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Lift. Reset and lift. Rotate. Try not to lean over while you're doing this. Keep the structure here. Keep the integrity all over. 2, 1. That's 3. Reset. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Last rep coming up. Lift. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest.